Hello, my dears. It's that time again for you to tune in to another topic here on the Bambie Nicole. While I torture you with another few minutes of nonsense on my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by the way. And just wanted to tell you that from the bottom of my heart that, of course, without you all the people, my subscribers, what's the point of doing YouTube? Anyway, I wanted to get into a little bit of how relationships change once you begin to transition. And now that I'm kind of like fully transitioned and whatnot, I think one of the really confusing parts to transition for me personally, okay, I cannot say what will be the most confusing part for you because I'm not in your shoes, but I will say that one of the most confusing parts for me personally was in the beginning of my journey. When I first came out as a transsexual, I had all these friends because everybody thought I was their gay friend who was a drag queen, who thought I was so everybody assumed that I was their gay friend who was a drag queen who thought was going to become a woman. That's what the assumption was of me back in the day when I came out to my friends as a transgender woman. That was the assumption back then. Now, what I found is that after I really began to physically transform, okay, and I'm not talking like my first 5 years in transition. I'm talking like the latter part, like 10, 15, 20 years. Well, I haven't been in transition. Okay, 2005, 2010. So 16 years I've been in transition medically. I started before then, but I'm talking about like full time on hormones and everything else, 2005. 2005, what I remember is that I would have a lot of, like I said, my female friends. I don't think I had any guy friends. I had some gay friends and some drag queens and some women. But the women always thought that I was, like I said, a gay guy who was doing drag, who thought I was going to become a woman. Needless to say, that is the farthest thing from the truth. As I really began to physically transform, so my first few years, I had no problem having a lot of female friends, having a lot of gay friends, having whatever. As I really began to transform and find myself into a woman, I found that my friends became less and less and less and less and less until I had just about none. Ooh, girl, trying to make an appearance here. These things starting to get bigger. Trying to make an appearance for the summer, I guess. Somebody wishing them on me is what I think. Anyway, as I began to really transform, I really didn't have any friends. And then talking about things that I'm going through in puberty as a woman became very difficult because I didn't have any friends to talk about, like my body changing. You know, and here's my mother, and it's difficult. She knows what I'm going through because she's my mother and I'm her daughter. But again, when you have raised your child for so many years, okay, they become an adult, and then so many years later, they're facing the puberty that they should have faced, well, that they feel that they should have faced when they were, you know, back in childhood. It gets kind of confusing. And so I really didn't have anyone to go to say, you know, these are the problems that I'm having, and these are the interactions that I'm having with men, and my body's starting to fill out, and is this normal that my boobs look like this? And like back in, you know, a couple years ago, my one boob was bigger than my left boob, and is this normal? And of course that's not the case anymore, but I'm just stating that it became very interesting that I had no one to talk about these things to except for myself, and of course my godsend mother. But it would have been nice to have a girlfriend to talk about this stuff with, because now I've gone through the puberty. I don't need anybody to talk to. So I'm on YouTube because I don't have any damn friends talking to you all about it, because I don't want you to feel the same isolation that I felt when I went through my puberty. So I'm out here talking to you all. So I'm just letting you know that there may be odd years in your transition where you may feel like you're alone, and you may feel like you want somebody to talk to. And sometimes when you actually physically transition, there's a lot of people that leave you. I don't really care what I'm telling you. There's a lot of people that turn their back on you. And it's not usually in the first few years. It's usually like once you start really maturing. Like, there's a difference between girls that have been on hormones for 5 years and girls that have been on them for 16 years like me. And I'm not like, I love you girls. I was there once. I commend you all. Keep on going. I'm proud of you. I think you're beautiful. I think you're amazing. But there's a difference. And I'm just stating that your interaction with people becomes very, very different. And from my experience, the bitches left me. So I didn't have anyone to talk about the things I was going through in puberty. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by my channel here on the Bambie Nicole. I can't wait to have a conversation here with you again very, very soon. Throw your thumbs up, comment, like, share, and subscribe, and share this with everybody. Your baby's mama's mama, your mama's mama's mama, your grandmama, grandpappy, grandnephews, nephews, daughter. You get the point. I love each and every one of you. Bye.